started our journey way back in 1995 when our friend Junior Jean visited Uganda and found it necessary to establish this organization. She was touched by the condition of the many children that are living in this area. Many of them were not accessing school, were having poor sanitation facilities, they didn't have clean water, they had to walk very long journeys to get water, which was posing a very risk for the children. She was really touched by the condition of the children in this district in particular, but also in the region around these districts. Reach out to a variety of needs to the different people and try to improve the household standard and the quality of life of the people in this area. So she started by sponsoring a few children. There were 6 by then, and the number kept growing until now, where we sponsor approximately 320 children at different levels of education. The key thing of establishing PaCT was to ensure that we join hands with the different stakeholders, both local and internationally, to make sure that we transform the lives of the communities that we serve. We try to give a decent life for the children, try to improve the education, reduce the literacy levels, improve access to clean and safe water, improve sanitation facilities, improve economic well-being of the communities that we support, because in all we are doing, we are striving to ensure that people, they're economically empowered. They can sustainably support themselves. When you look at the children who have sponsored, we can talk about 148 children and above that have graduated through our program in different disciplines. We have seen medical doctors, we have seen clinicians, we have seen business managers, bankers. We have graduated a number of these children. And our purpose, is to ensure that these children, as they graduate, they are able to go back, first of all, to their households, support their families, try to sponsor their siblings that we couldn't support, but also support their grandparents who have been taking care of them. But not stopping at that level, go an extra mile of also coming back to give back to PaCT. As we speak, we have about 3 girls that graduated and really performed very well, one in accounts, in sponsorship, and in communications, who are supporting the organization.
Many of the children that come from poor families do not go to school only because their parents are too poor to afford the school fees and the learning materials needed for them to stay in school. The few that are able to learn or to go to school learn on empty stomachs, and those that are lucky to carry PaCT food carry it in its worst format, as it was prepared the previous evening, and by the time they eat it, it has already gone bad, something so harmful to their lives. The impact of generational poverty would then be worse to the children of today, mainly because the parents of their parents were illiterate and poor and were not able to educate their children, which children are the parents of today who are also poor and cannot educate the children that we have now. And that means that the vicious cycle of poverty and illiteracy will still continue throughout the future generations. Therefore, as PaCT, we come in to break this cycle and bridge this gap by supporting children from low-income families to go to school through our sponsorship programs to enable them have a brighter future by acquiring education.
So we call upon, stakeholders outside there that are able to join hands with us. We keep receiving a number of applications for sponsorship. As we speak, we have a list of about 270 children that need sponsorship, and our capacity to attract sponsors is actually very small. So we are calling upon well-wishers, people there that are willing to support. With about $30, someone can sponsor a child for a month in the primary section, and about $50 someone can be able to sponsor a child in the secondary section. And this $30 and $50 goes to school fees, learning materials, as I said, medical treatment if the child falls sick and all that. So they're able to help them really access quality education, and then the student excel.
I thank PaCT and my sponsors for their support to help me achieve my dream, and I call upon all the well-wishers and sponsors to partner with PaCT to continue transforming the lives of other vulnerable children in our community. Thank you so much.
And eventually we celebrate with them when they graduate throughout their education and they are able to attain sustainable lives.